So last but not least, I want to spend a few minutes to talk something beyond. Yeah. So we have a very great meeting in these 2 days. We have wonderful experience sharing from Hong Kong and how they run and set up the network and conduct all the measurements. And we have just some sharing from Connie from the Romanite network to talk about how to do the education. And I would like to drive a little bit further to talk about the impact and what we can really do something to change for some impact actually. So I don't have a lot of time, so I will just quickly go through. So here I will show you some examples we have done before in Hong Kong in 2009, actually also a few years ago, during the International Year of Astronomy. So we actually won quite a lot of dark sky actions. So we are not only about measurement, we are not only about science, we are not only about education, but we really want to change something. We really want to ask the government to do something else. But the idea was back in 2008 from the Korean colleagues. So one of the Korean colleagues actually told me that they have a light-down event in Seoul, in front of the Legislative Council, maybe, as I remember. And then I thought this idea was brilliant, and when I hear that in 2009, and then we done something similar in Hong Kong since then. Okay, so just show you some very interesting facts. So if you look at this satellite map you saw some time ago, and Hong Kong there's a famous road we call the Nathan Road. If you look at the picture, you will see there are lots of neon signs, advertisement signs here, and if you look at the picture, probably you will figure out the brightest part, which is here, is actually, you can actually see the road very clearly. Yeah, because it's lighted up. Yeah, exactly, it's here. So, but Hong Kong, although it's so bright, but we still have a lot of amateur astronomers and people interested in astronomy. So this is the event we conduct at that time. So you see, there's some lighting show at that time, but we still set up telescopes and enjoying star party in front of the brilliant light show. Yeah, so you see there are many people interested in that. So the main goal of that during the 2009 is we would like more people to understand what is light pollution. And we would like to seek the government to do something on legislation on light pollution, and even we would like to set up something more permanent. Is we will ask for a dark sky reserve, which is a dark sky park, something like that. This is something idea in that time. So 10 marks is full marks. So how much we achieved, I would give them the following marks. Yeah, that's my assessment. I think we're still quite good in getting people to understand what's light pollution because we are really doing a very good job, including Cheung, Jason, and all of us, the colleagues here. So, but yeah, it's still a far away. Okay, so at that time, we actually won quite a lot of activities related to dark skies program. So. Just quickly go through them. So many colleagues here, they all also work together at the time. For example, we collect stories. So if you really want to run some events, the major idea is to draw attention from people. So we have to draw people attention. And the first thing is probably we collect stories. Okay, I should translate them. So we collect stories. The stories in the past that what they feel under the starry night. So we collect some stories and share it on the blog, on the website, and people will look at it. And we run some tours to let them to go to. Most people live in the city don't have a chance to go to some place which is dark enough. So we run some activities and take them to a dark place and enjoy the sky, which is very good to show them what is light pollution. Many people don't know what's light pollution. We have lectures, we have measurement, we have survey, we run the group at night, we have star count. We have a campaign, actually. We do some protests, actually. There's some investigation, and we sign a declaration. And there's also one major event, which is Light Down. We try to organize a Light Down event in Hong Kong, and we try to ask the buildings to turn off the light for 2 hours. And at the end, we have 3,000 buildings, participate in this. So this is the tour that we organized to bring the people to see the stars. Hong Kong is a bit special. Although some places are very bright, but some places are still very dark. So it's within traveling distance, maybe 1 hour driving, then we can reach some place which is very dark. So it's still good. So I try it. So this is the first trial. The first time we did that, it's 2008. So it's we call it DMIT event. So it's organized by we call the Friends of Earth, which is an environmental group in Hong Kong, and they proposed the idea to the government, but the government don't like that anyway. And at the end, they still organize it, and because it's the first time they organize it, so it's not that really create some impact, but you can still see some effects. So can you see that? So some major buildings, they turn off the light, external lighting. Okay, so you can see something like that. And this is the event that time. So it's the first massive scale light off event ever held in Hong Kong, which was successful. And then at that time, 140 buildings was participating. So this is the first time we organized something, and then it developed the idea and it propagates. And then after you run it for one time, then you can run it for the second time, and then you can run it for the third time. So we repeat it again. So next year, in 2009, during the International Year of Astronomy, we enlarge it and cooperate together. So not only the environmental group, but the astronomy group and the environmental group work together to bring something together. Which is, I will tell you why we have to work with the environmental group, because they're really sophisticated at doing all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So in 2009, over 3,000 buildings joined it, and we held a large-scale star party that I just showed you the picture. Then at that time, we have 50,000 people gathered to count down or to shut down the lights, and then and because of the media. We reach a lot of people. TV news are broadcasting at that time, broadcasting live. So this is a picture. Before the light down, and this is after. Can you see that? So you can see it's really, I would say it's really some change. It's much better than the year before. So how to make this happen? I would say. There's a lot of factors. So it's really need a lot of efforts. It's not easy because in management you have to lobby, you have to talk to the people. It's not only okay, I launch a campaign and then it will happen. No, it's not like that. It's you have to do a lot of work behind. You have a good agenda. You have to talk to the people, you have to lobby with the people, and you even have to have some strategy. So we have the good agenda, so we work for almost and planned for this for almost 1 year. And we try to link light pollution, not only about astronomy, but try to link light pollution to daily life. Because people don't care about the stars, some of them. They much more care about how light pollution is influence the daily life, which is the most people concerned at that time. We need good partners. I told you we have an environmental group which is very good. And media, they really play a good, very important role. So we have good people, we have good timing, we have good ideas. And upward path. So there are many stories we can talk to the media. So this is one example. Because Hong Kong is a little bit different than Japan. so we have a lot of this kind of neon signs. And commercial area and living area are very close to each other. So the neon sign and the pedestrian sign sometimes is just in front of the people's house. And it's fresh, in blue, in red, and then it changed the color, and then it's fresh, and then I don't know how many hertz, okay? So if you imagine if you live inside, and there's a flashing advertisement outside your door, what's happened? It's just make you crazy, right? So therefore, this gentleman living inside, they hang a banner and say, this light drive me crazy. Yeah. So it's really affecting the people and how these things work. And the environmental group, I mentioned, they work very hard to deal with all these cases. And each time when they receive such case, they will talk to the media. And the media will create some stories. So you don't need to talk a lot. Every time, just focus on one piece of stories. And then they write it. And then next time, another story. So just make it keep posting the news, the stories. Don't only focus on one time, but keep every week such it. So make it to reach more people. So this is the idea. And it's very amazing, the result. So we have very good marriage between the environmental group and astronomy group. So we organize different, we each specialize in different aspects, and we really complement to each other. So I don't want to go through all of them. And we have prepared a lot of stories. Yeah, you see during that time there are a lot of stories. And there's some readings. Yeah. Okay. There's a timeline at that time. I don't think I have time to go through it. But so just some very interesting results. The survey we have done in that time. So we asked the people, did you see many stars? And many people see very few. Okay. So we asked them whether they would like the idea of setting up dark sky reserve. You see, 81% of people agree that. So do you think we have to sacrifice the starry night in order for economic growth? And 62% disagree. Okay. And there's still a lot of people feel disappointed about the light pollution situation in Hong Kong. So that's quite interesting. We published the result, and then there's another new story. So it's a lot. Okay, so next thing we prepare decoration. This is we call it Save the Dark Sky Declaration. They have only 10 statements, and actually it's a declaration we borrowed from La Palma. So in 2007, there was a La Palma declaration. They do the workshop in La Palma, and then they post this, and then I just borrowed it and translated it in Chinese, and then we set up a big board like that one and asked the people to sign. At the end, there's a lot of people sign up. Let's see. Okay, so we run many actions. Yeah, so you see the face here. Okay, and at time of the light down event, we have a big event, and we put many telescopes because we wanted more telescopes. So even we put Galileo scopes. So we have a lot of telescopes, including large and small ones. So yeah. Okay. So after that event, so basically it's become a routine task. So every year there's light down event, and it really becomes a common practice now, and people would participate in that. So I think we have covered it. Okay. One thing, timing is also very important. So when our team published the dark sky results using the SQM, we choose the time. I think this is the result we published just before one of the very important events we call Earth Hour, organized by the Worldwide Fund every year. And it draws, again, a lot of attention. So the timing is important because they run the event at the end of March. So every year we publish the results, something before that, so that the media could make use of that time to publish some news. yeah, which is very important. And another point is try to make your result to be understandable to the people. So if you still remember these 2 days, we're all talking about the SQL readings in the unit magnitude per arc-second squares. I don't know if you know, so if I tell you that it's 14, the reading, so what does it mean? And 20, what does it mean? So probably even you don't know, you're sitting here, you don't know. So 14 means really bright and 20 means really dark, something like that. But you don't understand, general people don't understand what you mean. So we have to convert that into a value, into a something that the people can understand. So Jason and also they create this map and they convert the idea using that compare. For example, this place is 1,200 times brighter than the darkest dark sky in the IU standard. So we actually the dark sky is 21.7. Yeah, 21.7, which is the IU standard for dark. So we compare. So it's magnitude. So you just do some mathematics and you can come up with the result. So, and this data and this number is really alarming and sounds crazy to people. So they're very the media is very interested in the idea that they do so many interviews and then eventually you can reach a lot of people, which is the ultimate goal for us. Right? So we want people to understand how serious the problem of light pollution and why. So therefore, we need to really bring up the idea. So we have to communicate well, and we use this idea, which is very good. And therefore, you see, yeah, they're here. Okay. So there's a graph to compare the different type of message, how you communicate with people. But at that time, we used the natural vector, the number of times brighter than IU standard, which is this one. Okay, which is very interesting. And the next year, we also run some roadshow event. So we really have some event in the public and tell them what's light pollution, and we put some meters and let the people to try to really know how to have a taste of what is measurement of light pollution. Right. And we found that this is really interesting. We pose a big map on like a wall, the Earth at night. So this is the Earth at night photo, and we hang it on the wall, which we really catch a lot of attention. People just come and it's really interesting. Yeah. So I just want to say, yeah, if you really want to communicate all the results to people, working with media is very important. And how to make use of media is an art, yeah, I would say. But if you can work well with the media, you could achieve really brilliant results. Every time when you talk to the people, don't make the message too complicated. Simple message, only one message, one time. So if you want to talk more than one message, split it. Okay, so this week you talk about this message, and then next month you talk about the next message. Okay, so and from my experience, government usually need pressure. You don't just ask them to do something. Sometimes you have to create some pressure for them. Yeah, if they don't work, yeah, if they don't really react. And although our group is primarily focused on astronomy, but it's better to focus on environmental issue or how light pollution is related to daily life instead of astronomy. So because we are minority, yeah, this is fact. So we have to accept it. Yeah, and lastly, so probably identify government interest is important. So if your government is interested in certain aspects, so focus on that area. Okay, so I think that's what I want to say. I'm sorry for the delay. So, and thank you so much for coming for this 2-day workshop. I'm really happy to see many of you here and work together. Yeah, so that's the official end of all the trainings and all the sharings. And in the afternoon will be something more many. We'll take you to have some tour in NOJ. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy these 2 days. And we will still be here in the afternoon. And we could always be contacted by email. And if you have any questions anytime, just talk to us.